Alright, today we're going to diagnose a furnace. Mine's up in the attic here. Wasn't kicking on. The other day I had trouble and it was really simple. I could hear the blower motor turn on. I could hear the gas kick up. Gas comes through there, kicks down here, comes on. In here, oh, we're not going to be able to see it. There's a little igniter back here, connected to those two wires there. Gets really hot, lights the gas up. That was my first problem, that igniter was cracked. Bought a new one, hooked it up, worked fine for another couple days. Now, my blower's not even kicking on. So what do we do in that case? Well, we turn the thermostat to fan, see if we can kick it on that way. If that doesn't work, come down here, is your control board. You gotta I had to take 2 screws out to get this door off. Pop that up. Come in here. Can disconnect these thermostat wires. You've got one that's called R, one that's called G, and one that's called W. Hand connect using I got a little jumper wire here. There we go. Connect R and G. That tells the fan to come on. Then turn your power on. Luckily, mine's conveniently got this switch that turns power on and off. By the way, nothing works without this door button pressed. If your furnace is hooked up right, that's supposed to make sure your door's on so nothing happens. Nobody ever hooked mine up, so I don't have to push that down, but put a piece of electrical tape over that and keep it pushed down if yours is hooked up. It's just a safety feature. So you connect R and G or R and W. R and W tells it to kick on heat. R and G tells it to kick on the fan, either way. See if your fan moves. If it doesn't, check your capacitor. It's up here. Take a screwdriver, preferably one with a rubber handle, but plastic will work. Connect those 2 terminals to discharge it. Just put it across both of them. Then pull your capacitor out. Take the connections off, put it on a resistance meter. It should start out at about 0 resistance and climb up as you're connected all the way up to infinity. That means the capacitor's good. If it's bulging or leaking, you know it's bad, replace it. They're like $5, they're easy. That helps start the motor and gives it a little extra torque. That's not my problem, but I'm walking through all the steps. Good thing to check is if your thermostat's even working. Up here I got a transformer, goes from 120 volts to 24. Your thermostat uses a 24 volt AC circuit. On these bottom parts I can connect a multimeter and see that I got 28 volts AC on there. So my transformer works. I've got 23 volts between R and G, so everything on my thermostat's working okay. Well, I got 0 volts now because I've told it to keep the fan on. So that shorts those out, but either way. Your main input power is down here. That goes to the transformer, goes to everything else. Then I checked the motor coils. I took off, here's 3 different speeds of the motor. And this is the common for the motor. It's grounded on the outside of the chassis. So you got this one, black is high. It's the high speed of the motor. Blue's medium speed. Red's low speed. I've got a 3-speed motor. I checked the resistance between them. I've got about 4 ohms between the neutral and the red, 5 between the blue and neutral, and about 5.8 between the black and the neutral. So that means my motor coils are probably good. Nothing's open circuit, burn up, nothing's shorted. That leaves me with one conclusion here. It's my control board. I'm not actually these 120 volt relays. They're kicked on by the 22 volt input circuits. I got 23 volts from my thermostat stuff. It's supposed to kick those on and kick a voltage over here. I don't have any voltage on these wires. I've checked them. Even when I tell the fans on, there's nothing there. I should have anywhere from 50 to 100 and 115 volts. I do not. So mine's probably the control board. I'm gonna have to replace that. Much cheaper than having an HVAC guy come up here and do it, but yeah, that's easy. Don't hurt yourself. If you don't know anything about electricity, you will hurt yourself. I'm testing all this live. You kind of have to do that to follow the currents around, but that's some of the common stuff that can go wrong. That'll help you out. Make sure that this status light on mine, if it can give you error codes. It's solid on mine, so there's no errors. There's an error, but it's not one it can diagnose and catch. So keep an eye out what's happening up here. You've got a flame checker a little probe down there that checks your flames on. You've got your exhaust motor, you've got this little gas control valve and your igniter. They're all powered down here from this control board telling what to click on when as well. All that works on mine. It was working fine till I think my control board just died. So I'm gonna pull it off here and look at the back of it, and I bet I see some scorch marks behind one of these relays or something, but if not, a new control board on Amazon's like $70. So I think that's gonna be my next thing to check, but it's damn cold. So hopefully I can get it fixed soon. But yeah, in the meantime, I flipped my gas off over here. I have gas on. I'm also gonna flip that power back off, so I'm not powering things that aren't on. I'm gonna go downstairs, turn my thermostat off, and heat my house with some portable electric heaters for now. But yeah, that's the simple stuff that can go wrong. Hopefully it'll fix your furnace. Hasn't fixed mine yet. I'll let you know. I'm gonna have to wait 2 days for Amazon Prime to get me a control board out here so I can hook it up. All right. Thanks a lot.